If you're one of the 5 people that watched the first video, welcome back. As I said in the last one, I'm going to show you how to make little Sentry AI turrets. These things are really nice for if an invader decides to spawn right on top of your base. I mean, that happens in this game. And they also help deal with the little pesky buggers that are just too fast for your vehicle. And they serve plenty of purposes. You could also set them to go harvest resources to make money for you. But that's a little more buggy at this time, I'll say. Now, you don't have to build them like this. These are just little bitty, I don't know, like experiments, if you could say. I wanted to make them look cool, which probably should not have been one of the main factors into me making it. But, you know, I went with what I wanted to do. And just look how fabulous this thing looks. And look at all that lightning. Oh. Alright, so these units here, they have sufficient battery power to last through the night. But if they take some serious damage in a fight, the wireless chargers from the base will power these up extra. So these units won't be taken out unless the base is dead. Now, first off, in building a sentry or any kind of stationary turret, you're going to need one of these right here. This is called a rotating anchor. It's so that the thing can be bolted down to the ground, but it can turn still. Now, most people are going to find these things just by running around exploring, but if you get unfortunate and you don't manage to find one while exploring, to unlock the recipe over at the trading post, I'm going to show you how to build one real quick. Alright. Now, in order to build one, you're going to need a grade 3 crafting table, and you're going to need a refinery. And if you haven't found a grade 3 fabricator yet, the only thing I can tell you to do is to build a big vehicle like this and just drive north. You'll either find a big robot base or an invader will attack that'll have one with you. The best thing you can do to find and unlock the grade 3 fabricator is to explore and find one. Because I'm fairly certain you're not able to craft these at this time. I don't think the grade 2 fabricator has a recipe to do that. Now, the ingredients that you need to make a rotating anchor are a luterite crystal or something like that. It'll be one of the green rocks you can find out in the forest, and a titania ingot, or maybe it's 2. I think it's 2 titania ingots, which you'll find those in, like, you'll find a rock node with it. We'll just drive through and see what we can find real quick. Oh, no, the silver is plumbite, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. Whoa, what is that? That is not mine. We've got a big enemy up ahead. Let me just cut through this forest so I can get to it. This thing is huge! Oh, where are you going? Oh, he's got a lot of guns in the front. Take out his wheels. That way I can stay in the side of him, or I can just sit there and let him face me. It completely destroys the need for me to take out his wheels in the first place, I guess. Oh, that guy's dead. I'm just going to leave that there. I don't need that stuff. Now, if you don't have a whole lot of money, like I got here, I don't need to pick up every part anymore. But if you're low on cash, I would recommend doing that anyway. What the heck is that? Okay, Tony, you have made a grievous error. Uh, yeah. That was not very smart for that little scripted encounter. Alright, I think this might be oilite jelly. Until you have all the recipes, I recommend actually keeping a little bit of all the stuff you find, because every item can be used to make a new recipe. Carbide. No, we don't need carbide. I'll just leave it there. Trying to find it. No, that's no, that's it, Titanite is... I thought Titanite was, yeah, that's what it looks like when it's refined. Alright, so we found our Titanite. Alright, now we just need to find one of the big green crystals, like that one there. There you go. Alright, and then we'll take this back to base and go from there. Alright, I'll let my inner klepto kick in, and I wound up looting that big guy I killed anyways. I just couldn't resist. I was like, oh god, all these big parts. So, I went ahead and did that. Now, once you've gotten the resources you need to make the part, which I'll go ahead and remind you, it is a rudite crystal. Hold on, let me look at it. Oh, of course, it would have to be right there. Erudian crystal. One Erudian crystal, and then 2 titanite ingots, or titana ingots. These little blue ones here. And then you gotta put 2 of those in the refinery. There we go. Now, if you've got the crafting table, once you put the blocks in, it'll start giving you a list to show you what you need. That way, if you manage to get one and you get lost, there you go, to give you a nice little list. And if you keep like an extra set of extra parts, you can always put one part in and say, hey, what recipes we got here? I've got a titanite ingot or titana ingot. What else can I make with that I don't have? Well, you can make armored blocks. You can make the scrapper, which usually won't need. Come on now, let me scroll down. Is the mini-map in the way or something? There we go. You can make the boosters. You can make the rudder for flying vehicles, which those are excellent for exploring, by the way. Just, you go so fast, and nothing can really hit you. Alright, but getting back on track, let's go ahead and make... No, got it? No. Yeah, I had it. I just wasn't being kind. Let's go ahead and make this rotating anchor. That way we can move on. Bloop. And there you go, to make you an anchor. Now, you have several choices. I do not recommend doing this with your sentries, because it makes it very limited to what you can do, because the wireless chargers can only cover a certain distance. So like every 15 feet you'd have to put another one down, and then it would make it tough to move through if you don't have tiny little robots and blah blah blah. You don't have to do that. That was just me having fun. Instead, I would recommend something a little further from your base, maybe forming a bigger perimeter than that. Right here. I would put one here. Let's see, what we're at the center of the space. Oh, put another one here. I think that's a pretty big swath. Something like that. That way, anything that gets near to your base, it's going to go ahead and shoot at it. But since it's not going to be connected straight to the power of the base, that means we're going to have to put a lot of batteries on this thing. Where's my payload cannon? You know, it's usually nice to keep one of those on your vehicle, but I don't know. I haven't been doing it. Alright. Sit you down here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I meant to plant you. Okay, well, fine. You want to be friggin' antsy? Go for it. Oh, I passed it up, didn't I? There you are. Depending on how big you want to make this thing, is how I would determine how many batteries to put in it. I would say 10 is a good number. 10's enough to get it through the night with a couple of shields and a repair bubble, and for it to sustain like minor damage. But it's up to you how many you want to put on it. Absolutely up to you. It's also up to you how big is this thing. Like, I'm probably going to make these fairly decent. It's probably going to be about 10 blocks tall, probably about 5 blocks wide. And it's probably going to have about 4 bubbles. And what we got? We got 7 there. 8. 9. 10. And these 4 will go to the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, like I said, it's your discretion how to assemble the thing. You don't have to make the core of it. Oh, look at there, we've got company. It would be real nice if I had some turrets right now, wouldn't it? Alright, I got a couple seconds. I gotta go power up my shields. My batteries are like half-life. Come on now. Quickly. Quickery. Alright, and here we go. Alright, this doesn't look too bad. Oh, hey, he's got conveying pieces. I need those. He's got diamond tipped. Oh, please don't hit the base. Wow, that is just some extreme luck right there. Is just barely out of range to hit the base. Oh, he's pretty well self-destructing at this point. Alright, you gonna die? Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Well, I personally do not like to leave the anchors exposed. Because you never know, one stray bullet or something could hit that and it just blow it up, and that's not good for you. You don't want your sentry to suddenly fall over. Because then you'd have to rebuild the whole darn thing. And that's no fun. That's no fun at all. Oh, didn't mean to take that. Put that back. I might put more stuff down there. I haven't decided. Also, another thing is typically you can put bullets everywhere on it, but I like to keep my sentry simple. I like to keep it so that they have one direction they should be facing to do combat. Now, you don't have to do that, but that's just how I prefer to do it myself. There we go. There we go. Put that there. Okay, we'll put these. Oh, no! You stay over here. put these 2 blocks down here. There we go. Well, that looks fairly decent, don't it? Alright, now we need some solar panels, which I think this guy had some solar panels on him. Alright, one more thing I want to clarify before I get too much further into this is, as you can see, I already finished the one. I want to make sure everyone knows that there is a certain way that the weapons are supposed to be placed on the vehicle, or on the turret. Let me get some blocks real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And here. Alright, so now let's set that there. I'll set that right beside. Okay. Now we're going to buy some guns real quick. Nah, not those, will suck. Alright, now it's very important that you pay attention when you get to this part, because you want to have it set so that when you place these guns, they're facing forward. Now you can see, when you go to place this gun, it's pointing in this direction. That means you need to have your block sitting like this instead of the other way. Because if you put them on and you turn them, even though they're sitting there, so if you essentially if you do that, then the AI, when it takes control of the turret, is going to have issues trying to drive it, because it's going to think of this as pointing sideways, and it's going to be facing this. So all of your guns are going to be pointing to the left side instead of pointing forwards. So you want to make sure that you find the proper way this thing should be facing before you start putting your guns down on it. Which I'd forgotten to mention that when I was building that one. Once I'd finished it, I had realized my horrible mistake. So I went ahead and made this part right here, just to make sure you know, to make sure it's facing the right way when you start assembling it. Because if you do not, you're going to have a bad day. A real bad day. Introducing one very bad day. Alright, I've finished the turret, and now we're going to see if she works. I'm going to start by coercing this here enemy to follow me. Come on, nope, 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 stop, what are you doing? Come on, follow me, I don't want to kill you. You need to survive long enough. Come on now. Come on now. Get a little closer to her. Have at it. Come on. Kill it! What are you doing? What are you doing? It... I don't understand. What? Why is it? Why is it being stupid? I've done something wrong, haven't I? Well, it's trying to fight it, but it keeps... There! Yes! No! What is your issue? Why are you doing this? I don't know why it's being absolutely useless right now. Evidently, I've got more to work on than I thought. Alright, now the final piece you need to actually make a sentry work is you need to have an AI module in control of it. Now, if you haven't discovered the recipe by finding one out in the world yet, the materials required to make one AI module are 2 of these crystals from the green rocks you can find in the forest. I forget the darn name again. Iridium crystal. 2 iridium crystals. And a grade 2 fabricator. Once you mash those 2 parts together... Oh god, what did I do? Oh lord, I broke it. And I broke it. I broke something. And... Well, once you put the 2 parts together without breaking it, it'll give you an AI, and then you'll be able to buy that from your trading post from then on out. Then all you gotta do is slap it on somewhere without running into whatever that was. Come here, little buddy. Right there. Boop. And now you set it to follow just in case, because sometimes the AI gets a little buggy, and if you don't set it to follow, then it'll just sit there. That just turns it on, more or less. And now if something gets too close, he'll take shots at it. Now I'm going to go and pull something to him again, just to make sure he works. Everyone can see what it actually looks like when it's actually trying to kill something, instead of just standing there being useless. Come on, buddy. Turn a little left. Come on. Almost there. Come on, little buddy. Go, buddy, go! Go! Look at it. Oh, well. There. Yes! Melt his face! Isn't that pretty? Just look at it go. Look at all my little AIs go. Look at the base. Oh, I forgot I had one on the base too. He just... yeah, and if you put an AI module on your base, if you happen to be holding a unknown amount of megaton cannons, it'll do that too. So the base can defend itself, just like the turrets. And there you have it. Now you know.